What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, BobbyG, and I'm back for episode number 2 of my playthrough of a survival hardcore Minecraft world. And the only thing you guys have missed since the last episode is we waited a little bit for the sun to come on up. We successfully survived night number 1, and there's a couple things that we have to do for night number 2, or before night number 2. Excuse me. As you can see here, we only have wooden tools. One of the things we need to do as soon as possible is at least upgrade to stone. And I know that we had some sort of stone, I think it was over here, we had some sort of stone area kind of hanging around, and oh boy, well, we're already in some trouble here because there's a creeper hanging out in these bushes, and well, we certainly can't afford to, we certainly cannot afford to to have this. So let's hope that skeleton will burn to death, and he has. And let's just slowly try to take care of this creeper. And unfortunately, unfortunately we already used up our wooden axe. That's the trouble with wooden tools; they're just not very good. Oh, and this is a bit of a hairy situation because we have no armor at all. We only have a wooden shovel to try to beat this guy down. Hopefully, we'll be able to in just a moment. Let's check around us. Good thing there's only just a couple cows here, and ooh. Oh, he was thinking about it. Oh, thank goodness gracious, we finally got rid of him. And wow, I can't believe how close that creeper looked, like grass, basically, hiding in this grass. So, okay, whew, crisis averted. Let's keep our eye on the prize here and go down into this little mine that we've found ourselves here, and at least try to upgrade to stone. There's one thing we certainly need to do. We have 7 torches, so we may as well attempt to at least light up the way a little bit. If we're really, really lucky, we'll find some iron. And it seems like, nope, we're not going to be lucky today. So, alright, well, no problem, because the real goal here is to, well, we may as well get this coal while we're at it. And, hopefully we'll be able to get some stone tools. And there's just some of these things that really you have to take consideration for when you're starting out early. And never before has it felt so stressful to basically have to get even just a stone pickaxe. Normally stone pickaxe is the last thing you're worried about, but here we are in a situation where it's maybe one of the most important things we can do for ourselves at the moment. Basically upgrade to stone tools as a whole will certainly be one of the things that we can hope to achieve by night number 2. And the other thing, obviously, as you can tell, my health is about at, well, it's 1.5 hearts down, and our hunger is about halfway, and we only have 4 pieces of steak. That may not really last us too long, so one of the things we're going to have to do definitely is attempt to figure out the cow wheat situation. I don't know, I mean, never have I been so worried about food before, and I think my heart's still pounding, ladies and gentlemen, from that creeper attack that we had just a moment ago. And there goes our wooden... There goes our wooden, we don't need gravel, as far as I can tell. There goes our wooden tool. So let's just take this 29 pieces of cobblestone and hopefully make something out of it. Hopefully we'll make something out of it. And I'm just looking for more seeds here. Okay, good. I'm not sure how our wheat is doing. I actually am not sure how long the wheat takes to grow, but we're certainly hoping that it'll be quick, because we need to basically pen up some cows here. And what was that? Oh my goodness, that cow scared me. We have to pen up some cows, basically, and then once we do that, we're going to have to get that wheat to make more cows, and after we get that process going, we should at least have a little bit of a safety net when it comes to... let's close this door because I'm paranoid. We have a little bit of a safety net compared to how we were just a few moments ago on the food angle. So here, let's just get a couple more tools, since we're just about ready to go check on our wheat, and we'll at least have a peace of mind, I guess, peace of mind, and we can also make a stone sword, which will certainly be better than what we were using before. And one thing I'm wondering if we can do, we have some pieces of leather. We may be able to make just 1 or 2 pieces of, I don't know, leather boots. I mean, it's better than nothing at this point, guys. It's certainly better than nothing. And okay, I think we're pretty set here. Not sure what we're going to do with this egg, so let's just try to... I don't know, one of the things we can do is obviously get a little bit of dirt going here with the last of our wooden shovel, because if we have our way here today, guys, we can make a very small pen just to hold some cows, and that's pretty much what we're worried about here. We have a couple things that we still need to do to really get the basic necessities under control, and our wheat is unfortunately not doing very well. So we may as well just take a couple moments here, and ooh, okay, I'll take that. Free bone meal never hurt anybody. May as well take just a moment to get some more seeds, because we can already tell that the wheat is going to take more than 1 day to prosper, I guess, to be able before it's ready to be harvested. I don't know. So when it does come time to harvest the wheat, we can at least do ourselves a bit of a favor and have more of it to harvest at one time, because we really need it not only for the cows, but maybe for ourselves. Maybe for ourselves, because we certainly do not want to starve to death. I've been holding off eating anything just yet, because we weren't sure how the food situation will be. We thought we could at least try to hold out as long as we could. Let's see here. Okay, there's a rabbit. There's a couple rabbits. I don't want to be too stingy here, but at the same time, I don't want to kill every animal that I come across. So I don't know, guys. We're just going to have to try to see what we can do here. We have 19 seeds. That's obviously a decent number. So why don't we go plant those, and then really maybe we'll have to think about eating a piece or two of this steak. And those leather shoes, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, have given us one half of a piece of armor. It's actually quite funny, if you ask me. Quite funny. And let's see if we can get rid of some of this. Well, actually, you know what we can do? Instead of having to dig through the sand, we can just kind of make this into our very own little farm here. I don't see what's stopping us necessarily. I don't see what's stopping us. And I think if you have 1 square of water, it should go 3 in each direction, right? 3 squares in each direction. I believe this would be okay. So if we plant seeds here, is that going to be enough? I'm not really entirely sure here. We can try it at least. We can certainly try it. And let's just get, I don't know, we almost feel like we don't have time to maximize, guys. It's a whole new ball game. When it's life or death situation, it's a whole new ball game. The least we can do is at least just plant these seeds, and if we're off by a couple squares on the efficiency level, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And there is all of our seeds just like that, finished already. And we may as well, I don't know when we're going to need sugar cane, but I wonder if we can eat the sugar. That's actually one thing I'm curious. Can we eat that sugar, guys? Because ooh, we could certainly afford to have it if that's the case. And alright, well, unfortunately now, ooh boy, unfortunately now, we've already used up a decent amount of our our dirt. So let's just get a little bit more here. We need to get this dirt, because if we're going to have any amount of consistent cow food, we're going to need that little small pen. We're going to need at least a little bit of dirt to do that. It may be also worthwhile to just chop down some trees, because we could use the wood to make fences. But I don't know. Let's just see if we can at least get. Actually, that very well may be a better situation, wouldn't it? Okay, so scratch that. It's farming a little bit of dirt. It's not going to hurt anybody. But what we do need to do is, oh geez, we only have 1 stick. This is a bit of chaos, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bit of chaos. And can we use an iron sword to chop down wood? At least we can a little bit, because we're going to need to make a little bit more sticks here in order to make a stone axe. So, okay. Unfortunately, we have to run back to our mushroom house just briefly, guys. Just briefly. And, well, so how are we doing on the sun? It's the middle of the day still, so we do have some time to work. We do have some time to work, folks. And, oh, there's another seed. I'll take that as soon as I can get it. Very good. And I'm wondering, can I eat any of this sugar cane? I know you can turn sugar cane into sugar, but can you just eat regular sugar? That's actually something I've never tried before. It's actually something I've never tried. But first things first, guys, let's get a little bit of an axe going here, because we definitely need it. And we may even need 2, because probably what we should do for the rest of the evening here is chop down as many trees as we can, because for some reason I was thinking dirt would be a good option as far as penning in some cows, but what would even be a better option is if we just had the wood to make some fences, because worst case scenario, guys, we'll use up all of our wood on some fence, and the best case scenario is that we don't use it all, and we'll still have a little bit left over for whatever else we need it. And I think we're actually just going to have to bite the bullet here and eat a piece of steak. And there we go. There's our first, I think that's the first piece of food we've eaten the entire game so far. Is that right? Because it sure does feel like it. I know I've been waiting for a very long time to eat that first piece of food before it was absolutely necessary. And even though I wasn't starving just yet, I don't want to take any chances. Now we're sitting just slightly above halfway, and well, I think that'll probably at least last us for the rest of the evening. And the other thing that I'd like to eventually do, I know in the last episode I mentioned that I don't know what a bed is going to do for us because, well, there's obviously not going to be any respawning in this world. But one of the things a good friend of mine and myself both thought of after the episode was published was that, well, the worst case scenario, you could use a bed to skip the nights. So I don't know, are you able to make a shear out of stone? Nope, I didn't think so. So I think we're going to at least need to try to find some iron at some point. I'm not sure if there's any sheep around here either, because of course to make a bed I think it's what is it, 3 pieces of white wool or some sort of wool, and maybe 3 pieces of wood. So plenty of wood. We have plenty of wood, excuse me, but I don't know about the sheep. And either way, we don't have any iron to make the shears. So, oh my goodness gracious, there's just so many things to try to take care of here. And I was at first not going to try to chop down all the trees that we come across, but I think it's pretty much inevitable now. We're gonna have to do it to some degree. And let's just build up a little bit of a dirt step stool here. And we'll just take care of some of the rest of these trees here because, like I said, the least thing we need to worry about is whether or not we have any wood. The dirt is fun and all, but I don't know, it's really not that useful. Obviously can't build anything with it. And how are we doing here? The sun is just about to go down, unfortunately, guys. The sun is just about to go down. So let's see if we can... I don't know, we may as well just spend the rest of our sunlight here just chopping this tree down. Then we're going to have to retreat down to the mushroom house, and we'll try to at least gain a little bit of a bearing on our current situation. I don't know how much, how many more nights it's going to, or days rather, it's going to take us before we're in some sort of good position, but at the very least, we'll at least have a good chunk of wood now after this second day to be able to make the fence. And then once we have that, hopefully our wheat will be okay. And here comes the nighttime, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the nighttime. And let's see if we can just finish chopping down these little pieces here. Let's see if we can just finish up this last little bit of the trunk, and boom, boom, boom. I think we're good to go. And we even got a couple saplings. And try not to fall too far, Bobby. You certainly can't afford to take any fall damage. Like you would not think twice about fall damage in a normal game, unless it was going to kill you, of course. But here we have to take every situation as serious as possible. And that it comes to the most basic of movements, even just jumping out of a tree, which is something you'd barely not even think about, becomes a life or death situation when if you die one time, your world is over. And okay, guys, well, let's just make one, take one look here. We've already got some zombies spawning out there, if you can see that. And dare we take a gamble? Dare we take a gamble, guys? I think we're going to. Let's see if we can get... Oh, no. Okay, well, I think I take that back, actually, because there's already a creeper right next to him. I was thinking it would be great if we could get that golden helmet on that one zombie. But forget it, because I do not want to get into a battle kiting a creeper around for a long time, because who knows what other mobs will have to will awaken once we do that. And okay, well, we're doing really good here. I actually forgot that we have this dark oak. Dark oak is, of course, I think my favorite tree, even. I'm not sure if there's a wood that's darker than this, but so far this is looking pretty darn good. And okay, now we certainly have a good amount, ladies and gentlemen. We have a good amount of wood. And the first thing I'd like to do here is combine up this one here. We'll use the shorter stack first, and let's see if we can just get some fence going. We're, of course, going to need some amount of sticks. So why don't we try this many here? Perfect. And now I always get the recipe backwards. So what is this exactly? That is a gate. Well, we're going to need one gate eventually anyway at some point. So why don't we just see... okay, of course that is the fence. So how many things of fence do we perceive ourselves needing? I'm not necessarily sure. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and perfect. And how much did we get there? Oops, I didn't put enough, I did not put enough sticks, and we have 18 fences. That's actually not really enough, I don't think. So let's just get a little bit more. 24, certainly not so bad. And, well, alright, I think we're pretty much just going to need more, because if we're going to have any success with our sheep, excuse me, our cows, we're going to need a decent amount of room here. So let's just see if we can do just that. We can use up a whole stack, and, well, we probably should have made a couple more. Goodness gracious, we probably should have used a couple more sticks here. So get a little bit more, and then we'll just finish up here, guys, with making some fence, and that should be good. Hopefully that will be enough for us to encage some of the sheep. I keep saying sheep instead of cow because my other worlds I have lots and lots of sheep, and then hopefully as another night or two goes by, we'll be able to basically have the wheat ready for not only ourselves but to repopulate. And once we have those cows really repopulating. We'll not only be able to make leather armor for ourselves, but we'll also have a decent amount of food. And well, we certainly have made some progress today. We now have a decent chunk of stone tools, excuse me, and that's just going to have to be good enough for now, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to have to be good enough for now, excuse me. And let's just take a gander outside here. We have an archer. Archers we certainly cannot mess with, and there's that mysterious glow over there that I'm still very curious to check out. But we still don't have the necessities done, ladies and gentlemen. We still do not have the necessities done. And there is a spider as well. And, well, I think this night is a little too spooky for me. So let's just get down in here. And we'll just have to wait out and see how day 3 treats us. But I'd say that's a very, very successful day 2. And thank you all for coming with me. And stay tuned for more episodes. And if you enjoyed this, I do appreciate it because we're having a blast. The stress level and the adrenaline level and the high stakes playing is really quite exhilarating. So thank you for joining me, guys. And this has been BobbyG. We'll see you next time.